Do you think, I know this seems so random, but that's our whole podcast. Do you think the Apple Pencil, the one sitting right there attached to your iPad Pro, do you think it would exist the way it exists if Steve Jobs was alive?
Oh, that's a huge conversation.
I don't think it is. I think it's a very simple one.
I don't think it would.
In my opinion,
I don't think it would exist
the
at
Apple
all.
Pencil is great. I'm a big fan, all that stuff. The fact that every time I use it, if I'm drawing something or writing something, I want to flip the pencil around and want to erase like an actual pencil. Do you know what the first thing Steve Jobs would have done?
That?
If his R&D department showed him that exactly the way that pencil exists, the moment he tried to do that, he would go, okay, give it back to me once you fix that. Because that's the way every user is going to want to use it. That's the way they're going to want to use it.
First of all, it would be worded not that kindly.
No, it would not.
Second of all, I question if the Apple Pencil would exist at all.
I think it would exist.
Because he was when the iPad came out, he was very like, you don't need a stylus. However, Jobs was also known to just be like, he might say one thing because actively in the background, they're developing the Apple Pencil.
Well, hold on. The main reason for the Apple Pencil with the iPad was not just to add a stylus utensil. For example, the Galaxy Note has been out for, I'm guessing, 8 or 9 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And they've been very successful with them. The idea of a big smartphone with a pen. Apple's never thought, boy, man, we got to get on that market because it's never been needed. The reason why the Apple Pencil was created was for utility. They want the iPads to be used for more than what they've been used for. Maybe dip into an artistic market that they haven't had before. If that project was put in front of Steve Jobs, I think he would have done it. He would have had something creative. I think he would have done the magnetic charging technology right away. He wouldn't have made the stupid giant iPad lollipop charging solution. But the biggest thing is he would have made sure that if you flip the pencil around, the iPad would automatically recognize that you flipped it around and then erase, or he would have never let it out.
Yeah, I agree. Like, because not to like fully buy into that argument, but there have been times where instinctively I've done that.
Yeah.
Knowing full well it didn't work, but it was just a reflex.
I do it all the time. Because think of the idea of the pencil, the way the pencil exists with the eraser on top. I guarantee that was a design that was created by some engineer at some point, and it was genius, and now it's a standardized pencil.
You know, I would actually take that over the double tap ability because there's the sensor on the side where you can tap it.
Okay.
Do you have a one, right?
No, I don't have a Pro at all or anything. I don't even have a pencil.
Oh, okay.
I'm just talking about at work when I use an Apple Pencil.
I thought you had a one.
No.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's in the first generation, but in that one you can tap to change like the tool, and you can configure it to different things. Mm-hmm. So it actually has a secondary input in it. You can set it up to where you double tap and then it becomes, your erasing tool, or it can open up your color swatches or whatever. But actually, I would take the eraser over having that button because it's more instinctive to what a pencil is.
I mean, I don't know what technology goes into it. But aside from that, that was just a thought that I had. I actually do have a topic that I would like to talk about today. Would you like to know why?
Related at all to that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just want to talk about movies. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because the Academy Awards Day, and I was just thinking about that. Also, I saw Knives Out with my wife, and I know you haven't seen it yet. It was easily one of my favorite movies. I think we should watch it today at some point.
What? Is it out on video?
Yeah.
Didn't it just come out to theaters?
Digital. Digital always comes out like 2 weeks before physical copies.
Oh, okay.
Typically, the way the movie industry does it now, it seems like the moment all of the movie theaters are done showing it, that's when it comes out, or maybe a couple weeks later.
Actually, I think for the really big blockbusters, sometimes it's out when it's still in theaters. I think they did that with Endgame, didn't they?
Endgame was special. They did a re-release.
Oh, okay.
In the theaters.
Because, I mean, really, once you get the stats care about the opening weekend and then the opening or the following month. After that, it's just kind of like gratis. Like, hey, cool, we had more sales. Honestly, if they wanted to, 2 months after it comes out, they could just release it.
Well, yes. So the whole thing with Endgame, though, too, was they wanted to beat Avatar.
Well, yeah. Yeah, totally.
That
makes sense. Anyway, what about movies?
Oh,
Oh, just in general.
we always go in here without a topic, like, you know.
Someone asked me the other day what my favorite movie was, and I didn't have an answer.
Pride and Prejudice.
Never seen it.
No, thought that'd be your favorite. Well, you know mine.
Because of the pride and the prejudice I have? Okay, got it.
No, stop. Do you know mine? Our audience does. We've talked about it.
Gosh.
Homie.
Hold on.
Homie.
Do. I know I should know this.
No, forget
Hold on.
it.
No.
You know my favorite video game?
It's oh gosh, there were we listed the top 3. You had the number 1 was Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
I think Red Dead was in there too, but then I thought it got booted.
I did get pooted right out of there.
Third
Poot
one.
poot.
What was the third one? The third one was
Wait, are you really trying to
Tony
do this right
Hawk.
now?
No, I'm kidding. That's terrible. No one should have that as their favorite game. I'm
John's
sorry.
favorite is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
No, it's not.
He loves it. That was when they introduced manuals, so. What? That was a good game.
John, I know you're listening to this. You're wrong.
You didn't like Tony
That's
Hawk's
not
Pro
your
Skater
favorite.
2?
It's a fun game, but not fun enough to be a favorite.
I don't know. I think it's fun.
Anyway, favorite movie?
my
As soon as
favorite
you say it, I'm going to go, oh, right.
You're the worst. My favorite movie is The Count of Monte Cristo,
Oh, right.
which I still don't think you've ever seen.
And you don't even like Monte Cristos. That's the funny part. No,
I like Monte
I
Cristo.
know. I'm kidding.
I think what was interesting was I was at,
Wait, I'm sorry. Let's interrupt real quick.
yeah.
I've never seen the movie. How about
Yes.
in 2 Sundays, we
What?
we have Monte Cristos for lunch
Okay.
and we watch Count of Monte Cristo.
I mean, yeah, I'm down with that.
Let's do
I
it.
love, I love that movie. And I love
I don't even know what
Monte
it's
Cristo.
about.
Revenge.
That makes sense. The
Prison
Cristo
break.
part. Got it.
Sword fighting.
Okay. So anyway, go on. I'm sorry. I interrupted
Love. Et la passion.
you. Et la passion.
Passion. Passion?
I love how when you speak French, it just starts blending. Oh, la passion.
No.
All right. Anyway.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh, there was a time when I went to Ethan and Mel's house and Hunter was there too. And we were trying to pick a movie to watch or something like that. And Hunter just goes, well, Ken always talks about like this favorite movie that he has that nobody ever sees. And like, cause nobody ever watches that movie, The Count of Monte Cristo.
Never seen it. Yeah.
And so they're like finally like, I don't know, we can just watch that. And obviously I have it on my Google account. So we slapped it on the TV. They all watched it. And at the end of it, they all said it, not only was it awesome, they all said they understood why it was my favorite movie. And it's because it's like one of those like really weird, it definitely was not obscure at the time. Like it won a bunch of awards, stuff like that.
Right.
But it's one of those really weird movies that like you don't think about anymore unless somebody brings it up.
I
But
can
it's just good.
guarantee you 100%. There's never been a day in my life where I thought about it outside the context of you bringing it up. So yeah, you're right. Most people don't think about it because I'm most people.
You are most people. I'm most people. It's all in my pride.
I have a small handful of movies like I really like,
Like what?
but I don't know if I would say like that one's my favorite or these are my favorite. They're
Knives
just
Out
movies
made
I
it in
really
my
like.
top 10 the moment I watched it. It was really good. Because it's basically just a murder mystery. But the way they go about it and the twist that they have in it is incredible. Like they're really good. And I like that they go on a classic murder mystery. Like it's obvious the director is not trying to disguise this as anything else. Like
Well,
it
the
is
previews
a
were all about
classic
that.
murder
Yeah.
mystery. Daniel Craig with the Savannah accent too is just amazing.
When the previews first came out, because I feel like that was at one of the Marvel movies we saw the previews for that.
I think it was Far From Home.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I remember because before the title was there, I'm like, oh, they're making like a Clue movie or something.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be Clue. Like
Yeah.
a revamp of Clue.
Yeah, I mean, they totally nailed that, and I assume that's what the movie was like. So, yeah, I'll watch it. I mean, it didn't like draw me to the theater, obviously, because I didn't go, but
Right.
we'll see. Maybe I'll love it. If someone put a gun to my head and said, you have to pick a movie,
Yeah, go for it.
I think it would be Super Troopers, the first one.
For real?
Yep.
Favorite?
Favorite.
All time.
I think so. If I had a gun to my head.
Father Time comes down. What is your favorite of all me, Brandon? In terms of films. And you say
Super Troopers.
Super Trooper. That seems strange to me. I mean, it's okay. It's funny and I like it, but favorite though.
I have a soft spot for lame comedy. And there's a lot of lame comedy in it. There's a lot of jokes that you're just like, all right. And that's just me. That's just totally me.
What's your favorite drama? By drama, I mean like anything besides a comedy.
Not anything, because there's action adventure.
I know. I don't have a term for it, but anything besides comedy. So I take action adventure in there too, but just anything besides comedy. What's your favorite?
No, that's the comedy.
Wait, what was that one? Super Troopers 2?
Yeah.
Oh wait, know? No. It was the one about that's created by the same guys, Super Troopers.
Oh, Slam and Salmon?
Slam and Salmon.
No, but that'd probably be number 2. Sometimes I wonder if they're flopped, but I love Slam and Salmon.
Salmon is okay.
No, the movie I thought of was I'm like Mean Girls. Like, no, technically I think that's technically still a comedy. That's your wife's
favorite. That is not
I
your
love that
favorite.
movie.
Stop.
Thank you very much.
Answer the question.
I'm trying to think of dramas that I watch that aren't action adventure.
Like The Dark Knight. Like,
I'd call that an action adventure, but I guess.
Dude, I just used the word drama.
Okay, so now I'm
to
comedy.
knock out category.
Okay, no comedy. All right. I mean, I really like the Marvel movies, but I don't know if I'd call them favorites. Actually, The Dark Knight's really good, but I don't think I'd call that a favorite.
You don't have one, do you?
I mean, I lived in the darkness, but I wasn't born in it.
It's The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, I didn't like it's not that I didn't like it. It was my least favorite. Was the first one in that trilogy.
My manager was just talking about how in The Dark Knight Rises, he said he loves that movie, and he said it would be one of his favorites if it wasn't for one thing that happens in that movie.
What?
The way Bane dies.
That's a good point.
Literally, Catwoman just comes in with like the bat cycle and just do, and then that's it. Like no climactic battle that ended up like anything like that.
That's true. They should have used the Bane from
It was almost like his character towards the end of the movie was just a nuisance to the writer. So it's just like, all right, well, let's just get rid of him.
That's a good point. They should have used the Bane from Batman Forever or whatever that was. Was it Forever? The one with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You mean like the 4-yard tall, like bigger than the Incredible Hulk?
Yeah, wearing the vinyl mask or whatever is over his head.
No.
Yeah, let's not do that.
You can't think of one, can you?
I can't. I'm trying to think of. Oh, I know.
I can think of several,
what I like?
dude.
The Star Wars movies. That'd be up there.
Which one?
All of them.
Which one? Phantom Menace?
Actually, I just rewatched that like a month ago.
No, it's awful. Stop.
If it weren't for Jar Jar, it'd be a much better movie. If it weren't for Jar Jar, apparently the entire Star Wars series wouldn't have happened.
We can talk about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Hold on. You can watch all of the Star Wars movie and not watch Phantom Menace, and you will not lose a thing. Like once. The one thing is every once in a while in the Clone Wars or Revenge of the Sith, they'll bring up Qui-Gon. Like every once in a while, they'll bring up Qui-Gon. But even then, they brought up Darth Plagueis. They brought up, who is it? Master, whoever was the master that like went in to create the clones, that issued the creation of the clones.
Dooku, was it?
No, it wasn't Dooku. It was a different one. The one that died. Anyways, the point is that like he could have just been another one of those Jedi that they just talk about, but they never introduce or something like that. That's fine. Besides that, you do not need the plot.
Yeah, I know. I guess okay.
Man.
I could agree with it. But I'm just saying it's not as bad of a movie as
also,
I think it
everybody knows the best in Star Wars is Empire Strikes Back. That's the correct answer.
I mean, that one's okay.
That's the best.
I'm kidding.
One.
It's a really good one. I don't Return of the Jedi is good.
What's wrong with you? Did you know that Jabba actually says Mila Kunis? I don't know if it's exactly that, but it sounds like that. I thought. Listen, Family.
Damn
Guy,
it, Meg.
Family Guy did the Star Wars episodes, which of course I have all of them. Something Dark Side.
There's a moon one.
And then there's Blue Harvest.
Blue Harvest, that's what it is.
Yes, and then the last one was I don't remember. But when they did that, Jabba the Hutt, and it says Mila Kunis. He says it like that, but it's like Joe, you know. I watched it. He actually does say it doesn't sound. It's not Mila Kunis. It's like Mila Kuni or something like that. But I thought that was funny. What are you thinking of?
I'm really trying to think of non-comedies I like.
Homie, literally.
This is bad.
You ready?
What?
Okay.
Name some. Maybe you'll help me.
Ready? Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, that's good, but not a favorite.
Amazing movie. Count of Monte Cristo.
Green Mile is in there too.
The Dark
That's
Knight.
good.
Green Mile's great. Forrest Gump. I love Forrest Gump.
I take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. I'm sorry. I know it's a classic. What's that?
The Departed
Ooh.
is amazing.
Yes.
For that matter,
Actually, most of Leo's
the
movies.
Godfather series
Most
is amazing.
You're gonna get mad at me.
I know you haven't seen it. Do you want to know why I know that? Because you ain't cultured, fool. Here, hold on. I'm gonna bring up my list.
Inception. That's up there. I love Inception.
Pretty good.
Shutter Island.
Shutter Island's
I'm
really,
pretty
now
much
you're just naming Leo.
I'm
movies.
naming Leo movies. I really
the
like
Ocean
him.
series. Those are
The
really
Great
good.
Gatsby was decent.
Did you see Baby Driver yet?
The little guy?
No. Baby Driver's really good. I would
I don't know
watch
what
that.
that is.
Oh, the James Bond movie, like Casino Royale,
Never seen
is
any of them.
one of my absolute favorites
I have never
of all
seen
time.
a James Bond movie ever. I've seen Mission Impossible. That's like the same thing, right? Actually, for a long time, I thought that Tom Cruise was.
I want the
Bond.
audience to hear my forehead banging on the metaphorical wall when it's really on the microphone.
Microwave.
I hate this, Brandon. Hold on.
I haven't seen a lot of movies.
All right, I'm going through. Oh, dude, I'm ready for a whole category that's gonna blow up your favorite movie thing, and it's gonna change what your favorite movie is. What about the Quentin Tarantino movies, man?
Oh gosh, yeah, Pulp Fiction.
Which one?
Actually, you know what one I really
Knowing
like?
that these are all categories now for you, what's your actual favorite?
Hold on. You know what
Good
movie I
Will
like?
Hunting.
It's not a Quentin movie. It's actually a Rodriguez movie, but I love it. But you may as well call it a comedy.
Yeah.
And it's Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, I know you love that one.
I love that movie because like I still remember the first time I watched it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is going somewhere. This is good. Then freaking vampires. I'm like, what is going on? What's the movie that all of those guys did with the different rooms in the hotel or whatever?
4 Rooms.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
Oh, The Book of Eli. That's a good one.
Good movie. Definitely
The
not a
Blind
favorite, but
Side,
it's good.
that's a good one.
I don't
And
think I've seen that
Moneyball.
one. Moneyball.
That is,
What's that one?
It doesn't sound like that interesting of a plot, but these two guys completely changed the way baseball is done.
Oh,
in
no, I
professional,
never saw that. Nope.
With like Brad Pitt and Jonah.
Angels
Hill.
in the Outfield? No.
Angels in the Outfield is good.
It's
That's
okay.
a good one.
Field of Dreams?
Lord of the Rings, The Matrix.
None of the Lord of the Rings. Do not like them.
The Notebook is really good.
Matrix, I love. I just rewatched that probably about 6 months ago.
Oh, Troy. That's one of my absolute favorites.
I have never seen any of the John Wicks either. It is on my list.
Homie,
It's on my
they're
list.
so good.
And I have to
you
now.
would love them.
Because did you hear that the new John Wick is going to be released on the same day as the new Matrix and Keanu's in both of them?
Wait, Keanu's in the new Matrix?
That's what I heard.
He's dead.
I hear he's back.
I bet he is not playing Neo.
He's probably playing a virus.
Probably playing a clone or something like that.
A virus.
Or a
Okay.
clone.
That'd be okay, sure. A sim link for
A
those
semantic.
of us. Anyway.
Oh, another great one. Ready?
Yep.
I'm just going through a list now. My favorite movies. Whiplash. You ever seen Whiplash?
No, is that like Speed?
No, not at all. It's about a jazz drummer.
Oh, I've seen clips. It has
With,
Simmons in it.
Yes, J.K. Simmons.
Simmons.
And it's the one where he won Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was also like really about time signatures and stuff.
I like his sister better, J.K. Rowling. I thought she was like it's their last name that makes them relate.
JK.
You know the JKs. J.K. Simmons, J.K. Rowling.
All right, name some other ones.
That's on my list. So here's what I have. That's okay. I mean, the rest of them are comedies. A lot of Pixar stuff is on here. Oh, When Harry Met Sally. I love When Harry Met Sally. That's probably
Is
my
that with
favorite
the
comedy.
one British dude that plays the same character in every movie?
No, Billy Crystal and
Oh no, I'm thinking of never mind. I'm thinking of Love Actually.
And Billy Crystal and oh dang it, what's her name? Meg Ryan.
Oh, she was a 90s actress. She's gone.
Late 80s, 90s. She's still here.
I think she's gone.
No,
she went back to her home planet. Men in Black. I actually like Men in Black.
That's a comedy.
That's not a crap. That's a comedy, isn't it?
That's okay. When Harry Met Sally is a comedy too. Meg Ryan is actually my ultimate celebrity crush. Not modern day Meg Ryan, in her prime. So like When Harry Met Sally,
Really?
Sleepless in Seattle.
Meg Ryan?
I just like her personality, and I think she's smart. She's
You know what I tried rewatching the other day?
But she is romantic.
She's an actress. She might not be like that.
No, she's not at all. She's definitely a drug user.
You know, I tried watching the other day, speaking of Meg Ryan, and it just does not carry well.
City of Angels.
No.
Sleepless in
crap.
Seattle.
Watch, it's not even going to be her. That's
When
how
Harry Met
uncultured
Sally?
I am.
What is it?
It's with her and Tom Hanks.
Well, there's two of them.
Are there?
You've Got Mail and Sleepless in Seattle.
The former.
You've Got Mail? That's a good one.
It's a terrible movie.
It's okay.
It's awful.
It's okay.
It's
RTVG
weird to
keeps
watch
interrupting
today.
us.
All right, guys. All of our listeners, go watch You've Got Mail and see how
All right,
terrible it is.
The rest of my thing is just made up of like Disney movies and Pixar movies. And
I like most Disney movies, and I love
Star Wars
almost
and
all the Pixar movies.
Marvel. Ooh, Tag was really fun.
That's a comedy.
We like
though.
that. I know, but we like that movie.
Tag was, you know what?
That got crapped on, man.
Tag was one of those
movies.
movies where I remember watching the preview. I'm like, that's probably going to be kind of good.
Hey, where's
And
your
we went
wife?
to saw
She's
it.
dead. Well, dead to me.
I thought that was perfect.
It's genius.
Also, fun fact. I learned this on one of those Watch Mojo videos or whatever. What's his name? Renner? What's his?
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy, yeah. Did you know in
Jeremy Jenner?
the scene where he jumps over the chairs and stuff at the church, that he broke his arm. He finished the rest of filming with a broken freaking arm. They had to green screen his cast.
That's interesting.
And they went and they had to rotoscope his arm in the rest of the movie.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. And he
to
actually finished the
watch
scene
Tag.
after breaking it, and he's like, man, I should go to the hospital. And then he broke 2 bones or something like that in his arm.
Well, that's like, I love the scene. One of my favorite scenes in film is Django. And it's when Leonardo DiCaprio cuts his hand.
Yeah.
Which was real.
That was real.
So like with the blood that he had on his hand, he put it on Kerry Washington's face.
Oh yeah. Yep.
In that scene, because here's what I thought had happened. I thought Leo did that, and he acted with the blood on his hand, and he showed it, and then he got fixed. And then Quentin's like, oh, that's great. Let's use that. Let's get some fake blood so he can use it on her face. No. That's what I thought happened. Because I'm like, there's no way he actually did that.
Yeah.
He took his actual blood on his hands and started wiping it on her face. And she acted through it like the whole way. Like, so that's not just for Leo, how great he is. That shows how great the actors around him are too. I mean,
and now she has hepatitis. So, but hey, it's worth it.
Now she has every blood disorder.
So yeah, apparently there are a lot of movies I like. I just forget about. I guess I could have looked through my movie library, but
I was
I'm
just
sure they're
thinking this right
mostly
now.
comedy.
Well, you have way more movies than me too. Now that we went over them, out of all the ones we mentioned, besides comedies, what is your actual favorite?
Oh gosh, I don't know if I could pick a favorite, but I would say some of the favorites out of there. Actually, Quentin probably takes most of them, but
name your favorite. Well, I know your favorite Quentin. You've told me your favorite Quentin.
What did I say?
Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, it is. I love Inglourious Bastards.
I think that's probably your favorite besides a comedy. I just watched it the other day with Ashley for the first time. She's never seen it, and
What'd you think?
I don't know. She's like painting for a big portion of it, and half of that movie is in a foreign language. So she wasn't paying attention.
Oh, I got a fun fact for you.
Yeah.
You know what I held in my hands the other day?
What did you hold in your hand?
A Nazi armband.
Yeah, I could make one of those right now.
No, a real one.
Like
that came
from a real
that
Nazi?
came from the war. It had blood on it.
What'd
and
you do with
everything.
the Nazi?
Well, you know the soup we ate today?
Yeah,
Nazi soup.
that's Nazi soup.
Nazi soup. No. It was from Joy's, it'd be her grandpa. Fought in the
Joy's
war.
grandpa was a Nazi.
No, no. He fought in the war. He brought that back with him. And a scalp. It was
Who
really
handed
weird.
you the armband?
It was in a box of family memorabilia. Speaking of Inglourious Bastards, so I actually got to hold real World War II propaganda is not the right word. Memorabilia? No, that sounds terrible. Insignias?
Well, who owns the armband?
Joy's family.
Are they Nazis?
No.
It's officially not a Nazi armband anymore.
They took, okay.
It's a white privilege band.
Now it's a white privilege band, yes.
Reparations.
There was also a big Nazi flag in there too, but I think that's separate.
Yeah, I don't know. But that wasn't even in the box. That was just like hanging on the wall.
It was hanging on the wall.
Very confusing.
The SS uniform was also very odd. But anyway.
It was odd that he was wearing it. It's just
sitting there smoking a pipe wearing his Nazi uniform.
Going back into this, our audience does not know that we just deleted a ton of stuff as Brandon and I just went on a joke rant. That we will never tell you about.
But what we will tell you about, Inglourious Bastards is a great movie. You should watch it.
But the jokes we said afterwards were very inappropriate.
Awful. Just war crimes.
The Academy Awards have already came and went. And so we, at this time that we're posting this, so we don't know who wins or loses, but are you going to watch it?
I didn't even know they were today.
You don't watch it? Dude, I watch every year, man. Actually, usually Hunter and I get together and watch it.
He's in Machu Picchu.
He is in Machu Picchu. Which, by the way, that should be a sub-evolution of Pichu.
He's like really buff.
Just Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu.
No, I just picture like super tiny.
No, he could wear a Macho Man outfit.
And it's an oxymoron.
No, he would wear a Macho Man outfit. He's like, Machu Picchu.
Pichu, brother. End of podcast.
That was a podcast you chose to listen to. Think you make good choices with you do. You heard Brandon and Kenny talk about things that are cool. We're feeling enthusiastic that you can be average too.
So dumb. So dumb.